What's up, guys? My name is Nick, and I want to welcome you back for another one of my song reviews. Also, by the way, just in case you didn't know, you're watching the ROK music review, and I've already done my reaction video, my first impressions to the song Knock Knock from Twice. So now it is time after I've listened to this song. I had it on repeat for like 3 hours last night. I had it on repeat for like 3 hours this morning. I've listened to this song literally for 6 hours. So I think that I got the song pretty well drilled into my head. So it's time to talk about it a little bit more in depth. And to be completely honest, this video might not be as in depth as I could with other songs, just because the song doesn't, at least from, my opinion and my perspective, doesn't have a massive amount of depth to it, which isn't bad, but that's kind of what you would expect, I suppose you can say, from just pop music. Like if you're already at the pinnacle of success, you're already right up at the top of the game, you don't want to be releasing anything that might be a little bit different and just you don't want to upset that balance that you've got there. So you release stuff that is like good and awesome, yet at the same time not as interesting as you could be releasing otherwise. So I think that Twice is kind of falling a victim of their success, where it's like they just got to maintain, and so the less interesting music starts to come out more frequently, which I guess which is, I suppose, is a debate among people who have listened to this song on whether or not it's a good song, whether or not they really like it, or whether or not they're not a big fan of it, because I've seen it go both ways. People have said that they like TT a lot better, and I've seen people who say they like this song a lot better. And of course it's music, so it just comes down to what your personal taste is. But for me, just generally speaking, they've kind of changed up, not really so much the sound and stuff like that, because the song still feels like a song from Twice, but the overall, I guess, presentation and the arrangement and the composition of this song is slightly different as far as what the structure and the idea behind, I guess the goal or whatever it is that they set out when they whoever the composer was wrote this song. I think that this song is a song that I definitely needed to listen to more frequently before I actually got a appreciation for it, or of what I liked about it and what I might not have liked about it, what I may or may not have liked about it, really. And that's just a thing. Not every song is going to be one that is that is something that you instantly like. Like their previous 3 songs were definitely ones that either you didn't like or you did. And I think there was a smaller group of people who were like, I'm not so sure about TT. It doesn't actually tick me off. I don't absolutely hate it, but I'm not entirely sure if I like this or not, and I got to listen to it more. And the reason for that is just because in this song specifically, there isn't anything that like stands out as a key moment of the song. There is no like main point of this song that stands out and captures the attention. TT has their I'm like TT thing. Cheer Up has their Cheer Up Baby, and then you've got the progression of ooh ah, like where's you know what I'm talking about. If you listen to Twice and you probably get what I'm talking about. But this one's gonna have their main point, right, which is the knock knocking on my door, whatever it is. Which is going to be forgettable very, very quickly compared to those other songs. It's not going to be turned into a meme like TT was. It's just going to lack that impact on the entire community and the people who listen to the song like TT did. Which, once again, it's not really a bad thing, but is just a drawback for the song, or a hindrance to the song for being something that's going to be super, super popular. And then also encourage people to remember it and spread it around to other people. It's just is the way that it goes. Of course, TT got that perfectly because, not only was it super catchy, but they ended up turning people, the fans, ended up turning it into a meme and using it in all kinds of situations for all kinds of groups, for just like everything. If you're a K-pop fan and something was like making you cry or making you upset or anything like that, you were like, I'm like TT, right? You just quoted that song, and it's I've seen it frequently over since that song came out, and it was definitely a very, very cool and interesting thing to see happen. The one thing that I like about this song, that I really, really like about this song, and is, what I would, consider to be the, not significant, but the slight change that, that Twice has undergone since their previous release, was that this song is much more, cohesive from start to finish. Of course, since their debut song, they've kind of been, known, it's been their trademark thing where they're kind of blending different sounds together, to just come up with I guess a mashup of different things, which from when I listen to Ooh Ah, like Ooh Ah, whatever the hell you want to call it, that was the weakness of the song. That was the one thing that I didn't like about it, was because, they mashed up two things. The verses and the choruses sounded like completely different things, and they weren't very well connected. And then, of course, everyone very kindly pointed out, like, that's the point of the group, right? Now, that's their concept. And I'm like, that's cool, but you didn't execute it particularly well, in my opinion. And then they got it together a little bit with Cheer Up, and then, of course, they got it together even more and all that stuff with TT, which is good. But they've gone with this one to just make it a strong, cohesive, it's the same throughout. It's very, tight and similar from start to finish, and the choruses and the verses, just flow together really, really well, because, of course, the general sound and the idea of the music is supposed to be the same between the two, or similar at least. Of course, you got to change it up a little bit between the choruses just to differentiate the different parts, but it just, because they're not dramatically different from each other, just makes it easier to tie them together, whereas, Ooh Ah Like was so dramatically different that the transitions and stuff like that were not as like good as they could have been, in my opinion. But that is that. It's the big advantage of the song, but at the same time, it is also, I guess, another drawback, because it's not something that, there was no moment in the music or anything like that just like, whoa, that's really different, catches you by surprise, catches your attention. There's none of that. So it's just a solid, consistent, smooth, you know what you're going to get basically from the beginning, and before you know it, the song is over. Which, like I said, is a good thing for me, in the fact that, like, it's, it's one singular idea as far as, like, and sound that they're trying to present. But at the same time, it's a drawback because it just doesn't make it easily, recognizable or memorable, because there's not one single, point in the song that stands out. And like I said, it's been their strength. It's been the reason probably why they have just, become super, super popular, is because their previous songs, and of course the music videos, have been like very, very eclectic and random, and just a combination of like a trillion different things. And, that's what people like. That's what people have really taken a liking to. And I mean, I can't say that that's bad, right? Because of course, I don't think it is bad anymore. I wasn't a big fan of their debut song. Was more of a fan of Cheer Up, but not a big fan of that song either. And then TT is, a great song. My favorite song, this song follows right behind that, just because, Cheer Up and Ooh Ah Like are just not my favorite songs in the world. But that's really all that I've got to say. So in short, upon further review, the song Knock Knock from Twice is a slight deviation from the eclectic sound and style that Twice has had previously. They've gone with something that is more consistent sound and style-wise from start to finish, which means that the end product is super tight and just in general, like, similar, like, whatever, poorly phrased, from start to finish. And that is both a good thing and a bad thing. So it really just comes down to, what do you think about this song? Because I think that this one is one where, either you really enjoy it, or you just aren't a fan of it, or you are unsure. So I want to know what you guys think of this song. I told you what I think and all that stuff, and just kind of a little bit about this group in general as well. So let me know your review of this song down below. I've already got two, 3, 4, I think, whatever, really, really top quality comments on my reaction video. I really, really appreciate that, like, a lot. Those were fantastic. So leave some stuff similar to that down in the comment box below, or you could hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever else you want to do. I got links to those profiles in the description box below. And if you enjoyed this review, you want to hear more stuff like this and get involved in the community and join the discussion, hit that subscribe button down whichever way that it is so you can stay updated with all of my future uploads. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and let's see you all next time.